All right, guys, we are recording. Thank you so much, Ashley and Karen, for doing this call for us. I know I just said, but Karen promoted to Triple Diamond this past month, and Ashley promoted to Double Diamond and got our $10,000 bonus. That's so exciting. I'm so excited for you guys. So I'll just start out really quick. Karen, I'll do you first. Just tell us a little bit about where you were before It Works and just a little bit about your story.
Okay, so well, there is a lot to tell, but I gotta be kind of short. I started eWorks like 2 years and something ago, and actually, she just messaged me on Instagram, like if I'm interested in to join her team, blah blah blah, and I ignore her like a lot. Sometimes she texts me, "Oh, look, we have this bonus, whatever," and I ignore her again. I was like, no, this is not for me. I'm not gonna be good at that, blah blah blah. But one day I saw her that she was running for a ruby or emerald, something like that. I think it was emerald, Ash. I think it was for emerald, and I was like, I want that bonus, and I joined. On the meantime, I was working as a general manager in a salon, uh, and I remember that I didn't have time. I was really bad on posting. I had maybe 80 followers on Instagram. I like 80 friends on Facebook. I was like the worst person on Instagram and Facebook, but I was like, why not? Let's start doing this. Then I fell in love with the products. I was running my auto ship for like a year without doing anything. I was telling Ashley, I'm doing something, I'm working really hard, blah, blah, blah. But I wasn't working really hard. When I start working hard, things start happening. And that's when I start. That's basically how it is.
Yeah, and so tell everybody, I know you said you started with 80 followers. How many followers do you have on Instagram right now?
17,000 because I haven't added people maybe like in 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh, only 17,000. You're crazy, girl. So, tell us a little bit. So when you did start, well, I'll come back to that. All right, Ashley, let's tell your story first. Let me unmute you. There you go.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny. I only 17,000. You get to work. What have you been doing? So I love this business because literally like Karen's so different than I am. Just so different. I started my business because I'm work full time in a lab, and I was just super kind of bored with the way things were going. Like we were comfortable, but like we weren't doing anything. We weren't going on trips. We were just like putting literally everything on credit cards. We had just bought a house, and so like all the furniture went on a credit card. Like just we were kind of stuck and drowning and just like living for the weekends. And I knew Rachel from high school, and I had seen her posting on Facebook for like a year and a half. And I thought it was just such a joke, literally like such a joke. But she started making more money. She started going on all these trips, and she was spending like one summer, she spent like the whole summer at the beach. And I was like, that's it. I mean, like we haven't been to the beach in like 2 years. So I kind of just signed up a little bit on a whim. I remember messaging Sarah and telling her that I felt crazy for asking her for more information, but we were stuck and sick of it, and I needed something else. I needed money for like preschool and just like little stuff, but in the back of my mind I had this dream of like way more than that. So I've been in this business a long time. I feel like it's been 3.5 years. I'm not like the fastest person, and it's neat because like Victoria was so fast. Like you promoted so fast, and it's taken me like so long, but I'm still promoting. So it's really like it doesn't matter what your like journey is, or like fast or slow or whatever, but you just have to keep going. So it's kind of like where I am. I've actually replaced my entire income so far. I'm so excited. So
that is amazing. Just wait till you see your double check. And that's the thing too, like people think, oh my gosh, if I don't promote fast, I'm not successful in this business. And that's not true at all. The thing is though, if you think about it, if you're at least promoting once, there's 8 ranks in this company. If you promote once a year for those 8 years and get to an ambassador in 8 years and start making 30,000 a month, like, is that worth it? Like, I think it's 38,000 a month or whatever average. Isn't that worth it? So worth it. So it's like, there are some people, I know there's some VIPs that have said, you know, I was sitting at distributor for 2-3 years and then finally got to work. And so it really does not matter on a time frame. You just have to decide right now, I am going to start working differently. I'm going to start working harder. And I am really going to go after what's in front of me. You know, always having to like change your habits, like get into your groove, see what that's like. So Karen, I'm going to go back over to you really quick. So you said you were telling Ashley that you were working and you weren't. So what made you change your mindset and start working? And what did your day look like when you started working?
So basically last year was like, I start last year, like I decide that I was gonna take this business to another level because I was tired of working. I was tired of, you know, be working every single day, basically, because when you're a manager, you are in top of everything. You're like the owner without the pay. So it's crazy. It's crazy because they used to pay me like really bad. And then I got a second job and things were kind of crazy for me. Then they fired me from another job because the store closed, and then they told me on the second job that I have that they have to pay me half of the check. So imagine when, if somebody told you right now, if your boss told you right now that they're gonna pay you half of your check, whatever you're getting paid right now. So that was me, and I remember to talk to Ashley that day. I was like, yes. This is amazing. This is amazing what is happening right now for me, because when I get uncomfortable, I start working harder. So don't wait until that happens to you. Don't wait until that happens to you, because it's kind of stressful sometimes. But I remember that I started working harder and harder every single day. And they fired me when I went Emerald, I think, when I went Emerald last year in August. But I start working harder again and harder. And then on November, I went double on November the same year.
Diamond
So
the same month.
yeah, diamond and double the same month. I went diamond, and I remember I told Ashley, okay, it's 3,000 and something in volume in just in a week. I think I can do it. And I did it. I remember that it was kind of crazy because I couldn't believe it when I did that double that week. But everything is like work. If you work, you're gonna have success. You're gonna be successful on this business. So every day I start doing, okay, I'm gonna do how many posts a day? 6 to 11. That's my number. 6 posts to 11 posts every single day. Because you know, sometimes when people don't see it in the morning, they see it in the afternoon, or they see it like at nighttime. So when I was working, I was doing morning time. I was waking up like 30 minutes earlier that usually I did, 30 minutes earlier. And then on lunchtime, I eat like really, really fast, and I post again. And then I prepare my post. So that way, the only thing that I have to do is like share. That's it. So I put in a draft station on Facebook and Instagram, and they just share. And I remember I used to message like 25 to 100 every single day. My minimum is 25 people, like just 25. If I can get just to 25, that's good for me. But if you can go, you know, to 100, that's better. I used to add like people like crazy, 240. That's the maximum that they let you to add on Instagram every single day. So I figured it out because I was doing it every day. And then we realized that we have this app called, I forgot the name.
Captivate.
Captivate.
Thank God for it.
I love that app. That app is amazing. But I went to 10,000 followers just doing it like manually. Then the rest of the 7,000 was because Captivate. So let me tell you, if you wanted to put the work, you just have to do it. And on Facebook, I had 50 every day. And, I don't have that many people on Facebook because I like to go to the profile, check it out, and everything. On Instagram, I really don't care. I just add whatever people, and then I just unfollow them. But on Facebook, I work kind of differently.
Yeah.
So that's basically my daily routine. A lot of live videos. I love to do live videos now. I used to hate it, but I started doing stories every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got used to talking in front of the camera because I feel kind of weird when I start like talking like this in front of the phone. Was weird for me. But when you get used to, it's like this business is just to get used to every single day to do the same stuff. And when you do more of the same stuff, you're gonna get better and better and better results every single day. That's how it works. It's nothing different that you have to do.
Absolutely. So I will go over to Ashley now. So Ashley, tell us a little bit about the timeline of your business, because like we were talking about, it does not matter like what your timeline was, whether you went Ruby in 5 years, if you went Ruby in 10 years, whatever that looked like for you. Was there kind of like a turning point for you at any time in your business? Or was there a time that you felt like, man, I can push so much harder? Or like, were you just kind of working consistently throughout this time?
I feel like what Karen was saying is true. Like if the more comfortable you are, you kind of let things slide. Like at least for me, sometimes like previously I'll catch myself being like, oh, I'll do that tomorrow or stuff like that. And so I think if you kind of like, I've always been working consistently, but I don't know if I've always been working kind of as hard as I have been working this year.
Mm-hmm.
When I hit, I would kind of, I don't know. It took me like 5 months to get Ruby when I first started. I didn't sign a distributor for probably 3 months. I jumped in, but I didn't go nuts. I was waiting for people to come to me in the beginning. I sat at Ruby for a long time, at least a year. I'm kind of like the once a year promoter, which is fine because means I only have 3 more years to go.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect.
Right? I don't know. I think once I hit Emerald, I got a little comfortable. My paycheck had a comma, so I just kind of was like, yes, this is like enough for private school for the kids and like the car. And I've always worked and always shared, but I feel like this year I went to conference, and I went to conference a couple years ago. I was pregnant, so I don't know if I was like sick the whole time. So I don't know if I got out of it like then what I did this time. But it really, like, that fire is still there. And so I've just been super consistent. I've signed at least like 20 customers a month since conference. Like that's usually for me, it'd be like 10, I don't know. So I've like doubled, which is great. I have a full-time job and 3 kids. So I feel like 20 for me,
That's amazing overall. That's crazy. So with that being said, what does your day look like? What are your income producing activities? What do you do? What do you make sure? What are your like non-excusables? Like you can't.
So, right. So for me, I literally I had to just tell myself, like, I'm going to be tired.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know it's like probably not what you want to hear, but literally the only time I like don't sit down till like right now, till like 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, like my power hours are at night. I know a lot of people do like that miracle morning, but I have to be at work at 6. So I'm not getting up at 2 or 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I get up. Sometimes I'll go sit like in the dark and like try to follow, like I send messages at night. So in the morning, I usually have like a full inbox. I try to get through some of those. If I'd commute like 40 minutes a day, like each way. So I spend that time listening to like the calls or like YouTube trainings. Like that's my sort of like filling my cup in the mornings when I sit in traffic. I'm allowed to have headphones at work, so I listen to stuff there too. But it's like, it's basically lunchtime for me. When I can work at lunchtime, and like once the kids go to bed. Throughout the day, I might help people like place orders and answer a quick question, but I'm not like focused until nighttime. So if you're super busy, just know that if you're willing to like sacrifice a little bit of sleep in order to get to where you want to go, like you can get there.
Yeah.
Even big.
Absolutely. I have to agree with that because, I mean, you know, you have to put in a little bit of sacrifice to get a lot out, and it's so, so worth it. I know every month when I was promoting, I could tell you, like, even now I'm like, oh, I'm a little tired, but, you know, it's going to be so worth it. Would you sacrifice an hour of sleep to be making the amount of money to change your whole entire life? You know what I mean? So it's so, so worth it. All right, Karen, I will go to you really quick. So as you know, corporate events are just so vital to our businesses, whether it's One Team, One Missions, mini boot camps, conference, green carpet, and we know green carpet is coming up. What would you tell people? How have corporate events changed your life? And what would you say are your favorite parts in just encouraging people to go?
So basically, my first conference, the first time that I could go to a conference was last year, but I didn't went because I was thinking that wasn't important for my business. To be honest, I was like, I have the money, but no. But this year, like I told you, last year, yeah, because we are in a different year. Sometimes I forget. On the 2016, yeah, 2016, I didn't went to any events just because I didn't want to. Then on 2017, I started working harder and harder and harder. Then I made double diamond on November, and this year on February was my first event. That was my first one. And let me tell you something, I regret not to go to any of those past events because everything changed. I went with three people. We went three people, Janet, Maite, and me. We were just, my team, just those three. Then Green Carpet came to Dallas and we were like 20, something like that. And this next month is gonna be like maybe 40, 60 of us that we are going to Green Carpet to Bradenton because we live here in Florida. So conference and Green Carpet events, One Team, One Mission. Oh my God, that Team One Mission changed everything. Cami, we had the Latino launch here on West Palm Beach, and everything's changed right there because Cami was talking to me like, you are ambassador. You can actually make it happen. And then I start believing more to myself because sometimes we feel like, okay, I've been double, I've been Ruby, I've been this, I've been that. But you see, there's people out there like us that you can actually make it. And you just have to put the work. So everything changed on me this year on conference because I was watching Claire Flores that she went presidential when her husband was sick at the hospital because he has cancer. So it's crazy. It's crazy how all these people, they work hard. I met Ashley. You had a really good time. On conference, you have a good time. You met people with the same ideas that you have. So don't miss it. Just go because you're gonna find a lot of answers. You're gonna find also, that fire that you need just to keep going. I like to go to events. I used to hate it, but now let me tell you, when I went to my first one, I was like, oh my God, I'm not missing another event. And sometimes it's hard because my boyfriend is like, oh, you're not going to this event. I don't care. I have to go. I have to go because my team is gonna be there. So if you want your team to be there, you have to be there. You cannot be like, oh, let's go, and you're not gonna be there. No, you have to be. You have to be the first one going there. So that's everything about conference.
Absolutely. I'll go over to you, Ashley. How have events changed your life and your business all around? Oh, you can't talk right now? Okay, I'll go back to, oh, do I need to unmute you?
Yeah, I think you need to
Oh,
unmute.
yeah. I was like.
Sorry, I had it muted because my husband came in and I'm over here
no,
like pointing to it. I'm like, see, this is why I need to go to Florida. I'm like, see?
Yes. It is amazing.
I understand conference. I appreciate it. We have 3 small children though, so
Okay.
that's all.
Whatever. Babysitters, nannies, it's fine.
See?
No, see, it's daddy time.
It's
Daddy time. That's
Right?
perfect bonding time. That is like great.
You're getting the thumbs up over here.
All right.
Let me go. No, I think they're great. I mean, you get all of these different stories from all different types of people. It's really motivating just to hear like how, I mean, I know that a lot of times you feel like you're kind of like the only one in your situation, like nobody really gets what what I have to do. I'm so busy, blah, blah, blah. And then you hear all these other people that have done just so much or gone through so much more. And they're not making excuses, and it's just, and then like obviously meeting your teammates, and I don't know, you catch this sort of like vibe inside this, it fills you up inside, and it just makes you believe that like you can do it too if like all these other people are there with you, and you're not crazy, because I know sometimes like we can feel like we're crazy or alone or whatever, but
yeah, no, we are
definitely
a big family.
Yeah. I have like major fear of missing out now since
FOMO.
Such FOMO.
FOMO.
Because I know how much fun and like how much better you do with your business after you come back from even just little like one team, one missions are so good. They're so good.
They're so amazing because it's just like you're surrounded by so many like-minded people who are on the same mission. We all have different stories, but we're all going ultimately to the same place. And it is so beautiful to just catch this fire. Like you don't realize the fire that you get inside until you go to an event, because people are like, oh, it's like probably not that crazy. No, it's crazy. You need to get there. I know tickets are still on sale for early bird price right now, so if you've not gotten your green carpet ticket, you need to.
And if you went to the conference, you have a code too, right? Like
yeah, it's if you bought an early bird ticket from conference, you also get like 25% off your ticket. My ticket was like $36 or something like that. Like that's a steal. That's so crazy. So I'll go back to Karen really quick. So let's just a really practical question, because I know people are like, oh my gosh, she's like signing all these people. What's going on? She's messaging so many people. So I'll do for you some distributors. What do you message people that that you want to join your team? What are you messaging them on Instagram or Facebook? What does your message kind of look like? Are you just messaging people who like your pictures, who look at your Instagram stories? Are you like cold messaging? What do you do to sign distributors? I'll unmute you. Yeah, I got you. Hold on.
Yeah, I mute myself. So anyway, I don't like to message people. Just I want to tell you this, guy, because I don't like it, but I do it. I do it because I know how powerful it is to message people. But when I'm trying to sign distributors, I don't message anybody. I just message people that really like their profile, or I have like this little feeling with them that I'm like, oh, she's like me, or she has a baby, maybe she needs some extra income, and I just ask. Let me see if I can find something. I mean, I just ask if they haven't seen my post. Okay, if you're gonna ask that, you have to post. If you don't post, you cannot ask that. That's really important. So I always tell them, I was looking at your profile and I really love your pictures and I think you will be great what I do. Have you ever seen my post? Just little simple question. Have you ever seen my post? So people out there are like, no. Some people, they say no. Some people, they say yes. When they say no, I'm like, really? I was thinking that I post a lot, that everybody see what I'm doing. It's really funny. If you want, just check it out and then tell me what, what you think about it. And sometimes people go and check it out and they're like, oh, I'm interested in what you sell. What about the wraps? Okay. When they told me that, I just changed to customer. I just stopped talking about distributor. I started talking about the customer program, about, the wrap, how they work and everything. But when they say, yes, I have seen your post, and you'll be surprised. Some people like, I always like to message you, but I don't know. I don't know you, and I feel weird to talking to you. And it's funny. People like, thank you for telling me. There is some people they're gonna be like, they don't know, they don't even gonna reply back to you, but they just gonna start looking at your pictures. They're gonna start looking at your posts, and one day you're gonna have one. You're gonna have like that person writing to you and tell you, oh, okay, tell me more about what you're doing. Tell me more about your business. And it's really funny. It's really funny how people react and work. And something really, really important about messaging, you don't wait for an answer.
Mm-hmm.
You don't wait for an answer. And this is another tip that a tip I'm gonna give you. Just send as many messages that you can until you get 20 response. That's the way that I work sometimes. Sometimes when I really have the time, I just send DMs until I get 20 replies, either bad or good. That's fine. Sometimes I get really bad response. That's fine. Some people say, oh, no, I'm not interested. Okay, fine. Unfollow. Bye. I don't have time for that. I really don't have time for that. If I want to promote, if I want to, if I have a goal right now, I have like a goal right now. It sounds crazy. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but we have this double faster, and I want 20 people on my team this week. I don't know how, but actually know me, when I put a goal in my mind, I really go and get it. Even though if I don't get it, that's fine. But I just work really, really hard until I get it. So imagine 20 distributors. Each one I help them to promote, to get 4 customers. That's $4,000, and I'm moving right now. Yeah, Ash, I'm moving. So I'm moving right now, and in a month. You know how expensive it is to move. And here in Miami, the rent is like around 1,500 for like a little apartment. So yeah, I'm using that faster. I'm gonna use that faster in order to move. So you need to find a
And you're
reason.
getting this triple diamond check, girl. I mean, you're checking.
I know, but I don't want to use it. I don't want to use my check.
I know fast starts are so smart though.
Faster are crazy. Even though if you find 5 people, that's $1,000 right there. That's $1,000 right there.
I know.
And I'm not playing with that.
No, ma'am. I know our Black Diamond uplines, Joel and Stephanie, when they joined, they one of Stephanie's goals was, I need to pay our mortgage payment every single month with just fast start bonuses, which was $1,000, which means she needed to sign 10 people. So what can 1,000, if you sign 5 people, you have until the 8th, you have until Thursday to sign 5 people and get 4 customers for them to get that $200. Do you know what an extra $1,000 is going to do in your pocket? I know so many people, like, it is time to kick it into gear and just get those. So I'm going to go over to Ashley really quick. And I know, sorry, I'm going to unmute you. So you say you sign an average of, you said 20 customers a month?
Yeah.
So tell us how you do that. Do you do it through Instagram polls? What do you message people? What does that look like for you?
So I'm sure, or maybe not, a lot of you have seen, like, I do a lot of what Morgan McNair does, or at least one of the trainings that I watched of hers on YouTube, where she's asking for product models. So I do that. But I mean, that's a big part. So I will go into my followers like Karen does, and like look for people's pages where they're like active and like active on social media and happy and positive, and then I will message them with like a genuine compliment, and ask them if they want to be a product model, and they get access to my discount for helping me out. And I would say I get like a pretty decent response rate, probably like 50%. I think so I always put their name in the message. Like it takes me a little bit longer because I'm not just like, hey girl, I like, hey, whatever your name is. I have to change up the compliment. Like if they got great photography or whatever, it takes me a little longer, but my response rates are better, I think, than just like, hey girl, you're gorgeous. So for me, that's a little different. I do polls, but honestly, I feel like I get better response. I feel like a lot of people have been telling me recently that they're hitting the polls on accident.
Yeah.
So that for me is probably the easiest way. And then I also will go through, if I'm having like a slow day, like I'm not getting a lot of messages back, I'll go through my product posts and I will message the people who liked those. Like I'll go back in time and just say something like, thanks for all this like support on my posts, and that I want to offer them discount on my products as like a thank you. And they'll just, they just ask you like, what are your products? And I give them some of my favorites, and then I always tell them that I have one or I have one work from home spot open for anyone who wants to use the products and earn an income at the same time. And so I'm also kind of getting like potential distributors out of the same messages. So for me, that's what's working now. Although now that we have all this distributor stuff, I've been messaging just straight up for distributors. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like just by saying like, oh, I got lost on your page. It's so great. I love your vibe. Blah, blah, blah. Like just.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, like using those messages to, because like I said, we have until Thursday to get these double fast starts. And if you can, just sacrifice, if everyone is just, I'm thinking about myself, if I just sacrifice a little bit more time, these 4 days to sign up more distributors during these 4 days to get more fast start bonuses, and then use the tips from Ashley to get these customers like next week or whenever, that is amazing. Then guess what, you just got all those fast start bonuses. That is amazing.
Yeah. You can ask my husband, like, what do I do every night? I get my glass of wine and my blanket.
Sit on the couch and ignore daddy. But I appreciate it, and I leave her alone and let her do her thing.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, no one's crying. Here you go.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
Bringing home the bacon. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I will.
Okay.
All right. I'll go to Karen really quick and we'll go ahead and wrap up. Karen, what is one thing you would leave everyone with tonight? What is just one really big tip or action step for everyone?
Okay. I really want to say maybe 3.
Okay. We could do 3. 3 is great.
Okay. First of all, I want to tell you, look for that shirt that you really really want. Look for that rank that you really want. If it's a ruby, emerald, diamond, whatever. So then print it out and see whoever is on your chart that is actually working, and tell the same thing to that person. If you really want to promote, and put the work every single day. Make sure you're commission qualified. Make sure that everybody on your chart is commission qualified, so that way for sure they want to promote with you. And we have right now this amazing $1,000 bonus. I never earn a bonus. I always late for the bonus, never. But anyway,
this month when you go Prez.
I know there is some people that really, really want it, and $1,000 more is like $200 more on a Ruby check. So help them, tell them, teach them, That's another thing. You have to be a teacher on this business. We need to teach people how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, learn and then teach that person how to do it. I have like a lot of maybe 30 or more of shorts of Ruby because I'm gonna help every single person that is really focused, that they really want to do it, to go Ruby and make it happen. So that's one of them. Another one, get organized. You have to get organized and get in touch with your customers. For me, the first 3, 4 days of the month is like getting organized. I have, if you see right here, everything that I have right here. I printed out the emails that we get. I printed out, this is a new one that I'm doing right now. So I print the emails and then I just highlight whoever month it is and then it's gonna start writing the notes right here. I don't know, for me it's easier. And I'm gonna do like a little follow up on this little notebook right here. So you can get organized whatever you want, but just get organized. Make sure that your clients, they are doing the products the right way. Get referrals from them. Tell them to help you out. Just write a status on your page like, oh my gosh, Carla got her wraps today. She's so excited to start doing it. And tag that person. I've been doing that and it's helping me actually a lot. So just get creative. Try to do as many stuff that you can and motivate yourself every single day. The way that I motivate myself, I write down what I want for the month. I have the little dream board back there, and on top of that, that's my triple diamond. I have to take it out, that one. So because I gotta post a picture when I get my triple thing, I gotta post a picture. I gotta put it right there. If you don't see it every single day, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You have to see it every single day. So get organized, get your short, make sure you're commission qualified, and just work.
Yes.
Just work.
Amen. You said it all. I love it. I love it. All right, I'll go over to, I think I tried to unmute. Okay, there you go. I'll go
Gosh,
over.
we should have ended on that.
No, no, you have to wrap it up for us. What is something that you would tell people to either get motivated or a tip of advice, anything?
There's no BV in sleep.
Yes. Not really. But
no,
really.
I mean, like Karen's saying, like you have to set a daily goal and you have to do that goal and then maybe you just like push a little bit past it. Like she says she has to do 25 messages at least. Like you need to like push beyond that. Like just if you really want a promotion, you really want bonuses, then you have to like you just have to make a sacrifice, whatever it is. If you're like sleeping or not, I mean, just push.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. Well, thank you guys so much for doing this call for us. I really appreciate it. I know everyone else on here appreciates it as well. You guys are so inspiring. I know Ashley's going for triple and then Karen's going for prez. So I cannot wait to see you guys again. If you guys have any questions, feel free. Well, you can put it in the post in Sparkle and Shine or in Heart of Diamonds, or if you guys are, I know I put it in the VIP page, so you guys might be from a completely different team, but if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We are here for you guys, so keep pushing, you guys. We have so much to offer people. We have, again, the $200 fast start bonuses. That's for us, but you guys get to offer these bonuses: $1,000 bonus, $5,000 bonus, $7,500, and so many others. Along with when they get their starter kit, they get a Fit 5 with their starter kit. People go crazy for sample packs, so just throw them out like confetti. It's insane. So, all right, guys, I hope you guys have an amazing night. Get to work. I know I'm going to be working all night and all day tomorrow and all week and all month because we have goals to get. So I love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you, Ashley and Karen.
Bye.
Bye.